Oh, he's coming all the way up to me. Right there. Little brat. Nope. There he is right there. He was aggressive. He wanted that bad. He followed it in the first time and had a fit because he missed it. He's a itty bitty guy, but that was fun. Check him out. Let's see your colors, buddy. Oh, you got pretty colors. Pretty little fish. Little fish, but he's pretty. Just try to get everything to a minimum here, the tingling and everything. Look at him. Look at that. Isn't that a pretty fish? Oh, hang on, buddy. Oh, there he goes. He's self-released. He followed that in the first time right to me. And whenever I took it out of the water, he swirled around like he was mad he missed it. And the next cast, he literally hit it like, I would say 4 feet in front of me. That was cool. That was not a rainbow. That was, to be honest with you, I'm not for sure. It had the dots like a Dolly Varden, but it was not yellow. I am going to have to figure out exactly what he is, or was, or he or she. But that was a lot of fun. Beautiful markings. Basically what's going on is it is about 4:30 or so in the afternoon. I've been out on Table Rock Lake since about 5 this morning, and was up there on my out of my nitro doing some bass fishing, catching some bass. I got off the water about 2 o'clock. It was getting pretty hot. The bite was really slowing down. So I went back to camp and freshened up on some drinks, and now I'm down here right below the Table Rock Dam catching some trout. So this is awesome to do. If you ever come to Table Rock Lake or Lake Taneycomo, you got to experience both of these things: the wonderful bass fishing and all species on Table Rock Lake, and then of course the wonderful trout fishing on Lake Taneycomo. And then go southern into Lake Taneycomo, and you can also get into some bass down there and all the other species. But you know, in the summertime, nothing beats that, you know, going out on Table Rock Lake until about, like I said, between noon and 2, starts getting really hot, you know, and in the summertime. So you can come down here and start wading, you know, 40-degree water, and feels amazing. I'm in the shade, I'm wading in, you know, 40-degree water, and it just feels great. The water is not coming over the spillway. Hold on here, I'm about to fall in. Because they only use that when they're doing flood management or need to dump a lot of water out of Table Rock Lake. What they're doing now is this is generating through the dam, the power generation, and this is where it's coming through the dam. So you're not seeing water spill over the spillway, but there is water generating through the dam from Table Rock Lake, and that's the current you see out there. And so where I'm at, it's actually happening to have the current out there, so I'm kind of in like a little bit of a, there's still current here, but it's kind of a swirl. You know, sometimes if I cast out there, my lure will actually end up going upstream because there's a swirl here. But that's water that's running down from the dam, and the lake Taneycomo is higher now because they're generating, so it's higher than it is like in the morning when they're not generating. And so it's running down downstream right there. So you see that boat drifting. See how fast they're drifting along. So a lot of people come up in their boats like that. They'll drift fish. I've done that before with my dad back in the day. So, you know, we'll drift fish with drift rigs. I'll show them to you sometime. And or you can come up here and wade the dam. There's people down there. There's a lady there. I met her in the parking lot. Really nice lady. She's down here. She's up to her chest. She's got her chest waders on. There's a couple guys over here fly fishing at the outlet. So it's really universal. When the water's low, more flyer fishermen are out here, but when the water rises up, you know, the fly fishermen go to the outlets, and a lot of the people like me with the ultralights will go to the wading. And then of course the boats can get up here. The boats cannot get up here whenever it's lower. It's too shallow for them to get up here. But whenever it starts generation and the water rises, the boats can get all the way up here to this cable. They can't go above this cable up here, and nobody can. I can't fish above it by wading, and nobody goes above the cable to fish or anything. You can on the bank to look around, but you can't access water, fish, or navigate or wade above the cable. One got one on, hooked up again. This one feels a little nicer. He's coming at me. Well, maybe he's not. I don't know. I haven't seen him yet. Oh no, he's another small one, but hey, they're all fun. Whoa, whoa, he's around me now. Damn, he's between my legs. There he goes. Comes another boat up. That's a rainbow there. That's a rainbow. There's another boat coming up. Looks like maybe a guide boat. So this is a rainbow right here. So see the difference between this one and the one earlier? So see this beautiful rainbow coloring? It's a small one, but again, I love catching all these fish. They're a lot of fun. Especially on this 2-pound line. Come on now, buddy. Let's get you out of there without messing up my stuff here. And we're gonna get some waves from this boat. Okay, there we go. He's out of my lure. My lure's still in the net. There we go. Okay, see him? Okay, we're gonna let him go right out of the net. This is my favorite way to release them. I use the hand sometimes just for video purposes, but usually I like to release them just like this. So, ready? There he goes. He's just fine. I had those waves come in for that boat. I had to back up a little bit. I'm only in hip waders, and if those waves start getting really high and I get pushing my depth, I can fill up my hip waders. I'm feeling my line for any burrs or twists or issues. Give it a little tug. Can't tug too hard. Again, this is 2-pound line. This is 2-pound trilene sensation. Okay, we're back in business. Again, this gives you an idea how fast the current is. You've seen this boat come up when I was with that fish. Look how fast they're drifting down. There's a lot of current here. Now, I'm not feeling it here when I wade because, again, I'm in this little back eddy because it's cut out there in like the main channel. But if you were out there in the main channel wading, it would be very difficult. It may seem redundant casting here in the same area over and over, but sometimes they will just come up and hit it. I mean, you might cast over a fish 20 times and then all of a sudden something snaps, he's aggravated, whatever, and he'll decide to hit it. Plus, the fish are constantly, some fish are constantly moving out there. So some are cruising up and cruising down, so new fish are coming in, and some of the fish are staying there. Now the difference of fishing between this and a bass is quite a bit different. You know, not only the line, but of course the location of the fish. A lot of people that never trout fish, they come down here and they want to fish like they're fishing for bass, and they want to come up here and pitch up in them trees and that. And the trout like the current. That's what they want to stay in. They like to be in the current or on the edge of the current. They like to feed on stuff floating down. They like to face into the current and feed on it, and they get extra oxygen with the current. So they like the current too because it's got more oxygen in it. Trout require a lot of oxygen. Comes another boat. If you haven't heard it already, it's pushing against the current. See him? I was watching the boat. When they push against that current, them boats have to work a little harder.